Hello world and welcome to Neat's review of Quantum Rush Online. Quantum Rush Online is a free-to-play futuristic racing game developed by Game Art Studios and recently released on Steam. The game currently features two different racing modes with a third one currently in development. The first one is called Death Mode, in which you have weapons and pickups that can destroy your opponents as you race. The other one is called Speed Mode, where weapons are disabled and you only rely on your racing abilities to win. There are some basic tracks unlocked at the start, with more advanced tracks being unlocked later in the game. The game also features customization of your ship. There are 3 different ships available, all with their distinct strengths, weaknesses and tech trees. As you race, you gain in-game currency in the form of research points and credits. The better you place in a race, the higher your reward of in-game currency. The research points are spent on researching new parts for your ship, and the credits are spent on buying said parts. There are also different tiers of ships. The higher tiers are generally better and have more researchable parts, which allows for a higher degree of customization. The game runs fairly smoothly and plays well. The controls takes a bit getting used to, but the overall flow of the game is quite good. Aesthetically, the game looks good without being too hard on your graphics card. The gameplay is satisfying and it feels good to race down the track at full speed, blow someone up and finish first place. While this game features in-game purchases, they do not feature play to win. All upgrade parts and customization is available to everyone. The only thing remotely close to pay to win is the configuration slots. When you purchase new parts for your ship, you can make different configurations, loadouts if you will. Normally you cannot change your ship parts in the lobby before a race starts, but with configuration you can. However, you can just leave the current lobby and join another one if your ship is not fit for the current track. Now, while the core gameplay is good, this game also has some problems. First off, research cost of new parts is very high, even at the start of the game. This means that players will have to grind for many hours in order to obtain the needed research points. Secondly, no research carry over to the next tier or to another ship, meaning that a part is only worth it if you plan on playing that single ship for a long time. In the early stages this isn't the case, as the customization options are limited and the path to the next tier is not too far away. It becomes even less favorable to research parts in the higher tiers that are away from the optimal route to the next tier, since the research cost increases as tiers go up. However, the research points you win per race does not increase. After you have started a research, it needs some time to complete. This will make sense in a real-world environment, but you can just pay some real money to complete it instantly. This is not that attractive though, since you will need more time to gain research points for the next step anyway. Because no tech goes between any ship, you are kind of forced to choose one ship type from the start of the game and stick with it. Switching to another type of ship will make all the research in the previous ship feel like a waste. When choosing a ship type this early, it's hard to make the correct choice. The game changes as you begin to use the higher tiers of ships, and without this knowledge it's hard to make the well-considered choice. This makes you guess instead of think, which is annoying. Of course, you can circumvent this entire point by using real money. This is done by researching a new tier of a ship, and then you can simply buy the same tier of the other ships. This does not provide you with upgrades however, but it can really skip a lot of grinding. This game also needs a larger player base. Different tiers of ships are not allowed to race together, as that would be unfair, and this divides the player base. When you also include the 2 game modes there are, you will find mostly empty lobbies save for bots. There is the occasional player every now and then, but I believe that I have played above 90% of my time exclusively against bots. The game also lacks content in general. All in all, there are only 6 different tracks. The game lets you race them forward and backward, which adds to the replayability of the tracks, but with the amount of grind you need to do, they can quickly get old for some people. With only 3 different ships and some of the high tiers of ships not being available yet, the game feels lackluster. The game is still early in development, so there are sure more content to come. Lastly, there is the topic of lag. When there is no lag, the game actually runs quite smoothly. Even a fast-paced game like this with bullets and rockets flying everywhere, it felt good and I never really felt cheated or wanted to blame lag. However, when the lag is there, it is detrimental. I have found entire runs ruined because of it. Most notably it comes in what feels like rubber banding, but not only backwards as you would expect. I have been rubber banding forwards than to the side. In a racing game like this, it can be really detrimental to your run. Lag is not too frequent in my experience though. All in all, the game is fun to play, and the core racing mechanics are quite good. Even with the limited amount of ships and tracks, I have yet to grow bored of the game. The game does have an array of problems that can hinder people's experience and might turn off newcomers. However, the game is still early in development, and none of the problems seem impossible to fix. The developers have made a good core for a racing game, and it definitely shows potential.